West after a difficult game up against Assumption University. Coach, fantastic team coming in. They were ranked number 1 in their region. Now they're number 2, but fantastic opposition, tough challenge. How do you feel after a game like that?
I think this is what we want this program to keep going. We talked about after Jefferson being the second best team in the region behind Assumption. They've now flipped, 1 and 2. I think you also if you look at the top 10, 6 of those teams are on our schedule. We've either played or haven't played yet. And that's what you want. You want to play the best. And we're not going to run from it. We don't want to run. We want to welcome it. And we want our young team to learn playing a quality opponent, what that's like, what that feels like. And they're a really good team. And I think for a while we had them on their ropes a little bit. And that's where their maturity kind of stepped through and they stayed true to what they are. And we got a little bit relaxed as a young team. So I think we're going to welcome the challenges. And we were looking for effort. And we were looking for execution. And for a half, we really had it. And then it got away from us a little bit. And we got to learn from it.
It did feel a little bit like a tale of two halves, but in that second half, definitely dipping into the bench, dipping into the reserves, whether it was a system thing or injury thing, relying on those young players and giving those experiences so important in a game like that. And how do you think that those younger players did tonight?
I think it's a combination of things. We are bit by the injury bug a little bit. We have some other things going on and some players unavailable that were earlier. And I think some people have stepped up and some other people need to continue to step up. So when they're really good at what their role was, and now the role has changed. And I think that's the growth of a young team, whereas that next man mentality up. So when it's your next opportunity, it can't be, I'm doing the same thing. I got to do that and a little bit more. And fatigue kind of hit us a little bit tonight, where some people are playing a little bit more minutes than they're used to and learning how to push their bodies through that. And we talked about that after the game. You get a day off tomorrow, and we don't play till Saturday. So how do you just push through a little bit? But we're going to rely on our depth. We have it. They got to keep getting the knowledge of the experience, and hopefully, again, a non-conference tough game translates to a conference game down the road.
You're going from one really quality program to another in Holy Family on the weekend. A day off will definitely help. This week, what are you kind of focusing on, and what are you looking forward to on Saturday?
We need to get some rest. 2 games in 3 days, an away game with a long bus ride, that's a lot for their young bodies to keep learning and managing. But that's also what the NCAA tournament is like and a conference tournament is like. So we want them to understand that their bodies can do it. So we need some rest. And then we got to focus on a really good Holy Family team. They're now regionally ranked. Actually, a really exciting game tomorrow, Jefferson and Holy Family, the battle of the Philly teams down there. So we'll be closely watching that. Hopefully they beat each other up a little bit for us. But another quality opponent that does what they do really well. So go back to the drawing board. Let's look at them. Let's have a scout. Let's have a game plan. And the nice thing is we get 3 days to prepare for them, not just the 2. So we got to clean some things up on our end, and then we'll get ready for them. And they got to come up here. And we keep talking about making this place a tough place to play. And it's another really good opportunity for a young team to play a regionally ranked team. So you can't be anything but excited, and these are the games you want to play.
Can't wait for it, Coach. Thank you so much.
Thank you.